Grab that cup of coffee. We got an 11 game slate today. Let's talk some baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're back to talk some baseball, baby. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. I'm ready to get back to the grind. We're nearing a month into the season. Some teams and players starting to separate themselves. I just love it. I love baseball because it's like every freaking day, and there's nothing better than that. But anyways, the bets were just meh over the weekend. We're going to go over that again. Hit some good winners, just a lot of ups and downs. But we'll go through all that. Just a reminder, NBA Best Bets video is out now. Go check it out. We give our 6 best matchups as well as our best bets. So hopefully we can get some winners and start out hot this week. But we got an 11-game slate like I talked about. Let's get right into it. But of course, that means the baseball fun fact. So here we go. There has only been 15 unassisted triple plays, means they did it themselves, by the way, to ever happen in MLB, which makes it more rare than a perfect game. Pretty crazy, but Phillies second baseman Eric Bruntlett turned one of those unassisted triple plays. The Phillies were up 2 runs in the 9th inning, and he made 2 errors to let the 2 guys on base, and then he turned the unassisted triple play. I just thought that was kind of wild. For you Philly fans, you probably remember it. I think it was like 10, 11 years ago, something like that. But the video is in the description below if you just want to watch the play. I just want to point that out. That was just an interesting fun fact to make 2 errors and then make one of only 15 unassisted triple plays the very next play. That was wild. Only in baseball. But anyways, in this video, we are going to recap the weekend and then good hitter matchups, and it is Monday, which means we also have the aces of bases, talking the leaders in total bases in the last 7 days, and then the good pitcher strikeout matchups, and then the pitcher report. That's right, we got a lot of research to get into. And then, of course, our best bets, and we wrap it up with the bets recap. So hit that like button. Leave a comment below. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We are on our way to 24,000 subscribers. I'm ready to talk some baseball. Let's get into it, and it starts with the recap. All right, there is the recap from the weekend. Lots of bets. It was an 8-7 weekend for us. But here's the problem with me this year so far. The units don't look great so far this year. A big reason is because I keep winning the bets I'm only putting a quarter to a half unit on. It's just absolutely killing me. We'd be up units if I actually had some guts to bet these RBI props a little bigger. But anyways, Friday 3-1 on RBI props again. As you can see down there in the right, bottom right, RBI props are now 7-2. That's pretty awesome to see because all 9 of those have been plus money, of course. But Friday, we blew it because Gunnar Henderson went like 0 for a million. We just ended his hot streak. That's just what it is, which we've done the last couple times on the hitter parlays. It's driving me crazy. Milwaukee, if you saw that game up 1-0 in the 9th, it was bases loaded, 2 out. I mean, it was stressful, 1 ball away from walking it in. They go to extras, and they pull out the win. Thank goodness. But anyways, 4-4 day overall because we had 4 of those were RBI props. Lost to Dodgers bet. They were just terrible. But Saturday, 2-1 up 0.91 units. Luis Castillo over in K's hit in Colorado, and then Kyle Harrison was another pitcher prop, so went 2-0 on the pitcher props. And then guess what? The hitter parlay blew it again. Marcell Ozuna's hit like 2 or 3 hitter parlays for us when the other guy has not. Semien went, I think, 0 for 5. It was just couldn't believe it. I'm just setting all these leadoff hitters, making them cold. But anyways, that's what prevented us from the sweep. And then Sunday was just a 2-2 day, which, you know what? Sunday baseball can get absolutely wild. I guess I'll take a 2-2 day. If you are wondering what all those bets were, well, I did add 2 more about an hour and a half before Sunday Night Baseball. But real quick, we lost the game, the all-team total because the Royals scored 0. You see it against Cole freaking Irvin. I don't even understand it. It was just mind-boggling to me. But anyways, the Nerfy was as sweaty as it gets. We're talking bases loaded. Paul Goldschmidt up, who's been struggling. He pops out to shallow right, and then they get the next guy out. It was sweaty, but that was a nice winner. Again, only half unit because those are the only ones that win, apparently. And then Ozuna was an RBI prop that I put out, of course, for only a quarter unit for Sunday Night Baseball. First at bat, first inning, 3-run bomb. The other one was a quarter unit on Acuna stolen base. Didn't get it. I thought he would. He was on base his first at bat. But anyways, that's a lot of talking. That's the entire weekend bets recap. That's the overall record. The units suck because I keep putting the wrong amount of units on different bets, but I'm going to get better. We're going to get through this, and hopefully we turn this around starting this week. So anyways, before we get into those best bets, it's time to talk all that research help. All right. Unfortunately, we only have 5 good hitter matchups today on the 11-game slate. So there they are. Luis Arias 6 for 17 versus Reynaldo Lopez, who has looked very good so far. Then Ketel Marte 4 for 13 versus Lance Lynn. Tucker Barnhart, of course, we're all looking to bet him 3 for 10, just okay, but there's only 5. Ha-Seong Kim of the Padres, how about 5 for 9? And every single one of those hits has been an extra a base hit versus Austin Gomber, and then Trey Turner 4 for 6 with a bomb off of Hunter Green. That is impressive off that kind of pitcher. So, anyways, those are the best hitter matchups for today. And now, before we go to those pitcher K matchups, let's talk the aces of bases. All right, here we are. It's the last 7 days, and who has the most total bases? Well, there's a lot of Orioles. We got 3 Orioles players on here, a couple Texas Rangers. But Jordan Westbrook, last week when we did this, it was the rookie Colton Cowser, if I could talk, of the Orioles leading the way, and now it's another youngster, Jordan Westbrook of the Orioles. It's been impressive. Been one of the best hitters in the majors with guys in scoring position. Just been incredible. But then you got the other youngster, Gunnar Henderson, Kerry Carpenter swinging it well, Dalton Varsho, things like that. So anyways, these are total bases, obviously only by hits, because that's what you get when you bet a total bases prop. I know a lot of you like to bet them, so hopefully this can kind of help you out. Maybe it tells you who's hot, who's not on hitter parlays as well. Our boy Vinny P down there at 16 total bases in the last 7 days. So anyways, that's page 1. Take a screenshot. Hopefully this helps you get some winners. And then page 2, Mr. Juan Soto at 15. And then you got to get to number 16 before you see the first Seattle Mariner, who, by the way, it took 10 innings to score 1 run in Coors Field in game 1 of the doubleheader. Congratulations, Mariners. You continue to impress. Anyways, but we have a tie, obviously, at the end for 12 bases. I put everyone down there just so you guys had an idea. But we got some names on here you didn't think you were going to get. Wilyer Abreu, Tyler Freeman, Gabriel Arias. I mean, it's just kind of some unknowns. But obviously, you have one big game. You can kind of look back at their game log. Some people get 7 total bases in one game. That's kind of it. So, but anyways, that's the total bases leaders. The last 7 days, go get some winners. And now it's time to talk some arms. All right, you're going to notice a theme today, and it is that we are now using 2024 numbers. This season alone, you will see it on the pitcher report, and you will see it here. I wanted to kind of give it 3 weeks or so, and that's what it's been. So hopefully it works out, and we'll you can always look up, obviously, on Fangraphs and other websites what last year numbers were. But we got Mr. Tariq Skubal, one of the best young pitchers in the game against the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays have the 7th highest K percentage at almost 25%. And Skubal, 26 Ks in 23.2 innings. I'd like to make a little note here. When he's faced other teams like this. So he's faced 3 other top 10 teams versus lefties. Top 10 meaning they strike out the most. He's had 6, 9, and 5 Ks, just to kind of give you an idea. And then the electric Hunter Green versus the Phillies. Phillies not exactly a really high strikeout team. They're obviously below average when it comes to it because they're 11th highest K percentage versus righties. Almost 24%, but Green's obviously just a monster. 30 Ks in 20.2 innings. He's only faced 1 team that's struck out in the top 10 this year, and it was the Seattle Mariners, and he had 8 Ks, just to kind of let you guys know. The third one, Dylan Cease versus the Colorado Rockies. Rockies' 2nd highest K percentage versus righties this year, 27.8%. And Cease, obviously, been a strikeout guy for a long time now, 27 Ks in 22.2 innings. And he has 7 Ks in 3 straight starts. And none of those teams were a top 14K team. So he's actually had some tough matchups, and he had 7 Ks in each one, and now he faces the Colorado Rockies. So anyways, those are the 3 best pitcher strikeout matchups. Hopefully this helps you get some winners. And let's go check out the pitcher report. All right, for the first time this year, we are going to give you the 2024 stats. And here are the first 6 matchups that we have for today. Carlos Rodon versus JP Sears, a couple lefties in New York. Both been throwing the ball pretty well. JP Sears can't strike out anybody. 10.3% K rate. And if you're new and this is your first time watching it, on the bottom is now the average numbers for a starting pitcher in 2024. The record in innings mean pretty much nothing. But just so you guys have something to go off of, if you see 20% K rate, you can tell, hey, is that even good? Is it, what's that compared to other pitchers? Things like that. But anyways, then you got Hunter Green, 32.6%, but the rookie Jared Jones of the Pittsburgh Pirates, my goodness, guys, it has been unbelievable. 36.4% K rate as a rookie so far. Not only does he have a 3.13 ERA, the advanced metrics show that he is actually due for better and positive regression. Expected ERA of 2.17, just absolutely impressive, with a walk rate of 2.3. Are you kidding me? How long can he keep this up? And then Kikuchi versus Brady Singer has had a much better year than he has in years past. And then Scuba, like we talked about, up there and all that. So, anyways, Reynaldo Lopez, by the way, how about a .5 ERA in 18 innings? Just been absolutely dynamite, 26.5% K rate, just not too shabby. And his opponent, Weathers, is due for some big-time negative regression, as you can see by the expected ERA being 2 runs higher. But all right, that's page 1 of the pitcher report. Take a screenshot. Hopefully this helps you just start your day with bets and what the matchups are and all that. Now let's go over to page 2. And here are the 5 matchups. I watched Jonathan Cannon play last time because I had a bet on the Royals in the first 5 innings. And that was when Brady Singer decided to give up a 2-run bomb, and the Royals only scored 1. But I believe this will be Cannon's first, no, not first road game, second road game, I believe. I don't remember if the first one was at home or not. But anyways, he looked okay. He wasn't great. He wasn't missing a ton of bats, but we'll see how he is in his second start. Chris Paddock's been absolutely awful. Just horrendous this year. As Austin Gomber, who's been bad pretty much every year, it seems like. So, other than that, Reed Detmers has been absolutely electric. When we showed his last year's stats, it's way different than this year. 1.19 ERA, a 35% K rate, just absolutely insane. I keep waiting for him to have his blow-up games like he usually does, but the lefty is just not showing it yet. He has been unbelievable. Facing Suarez, who looked good. I actually watched him pitch last time, but there's only 1 start, 5.2 innings. So, all right, that's all my rambling. I like to talk baseball. Sorry if that was long, but those are the pitcher report, or all the pitcher matchups for Monday, April 22nd. Now it's time for the best bets. All right, this segment of the show is brought to you by our sponsor, Better Bet. That's BTR Bet, the best place to find, track, analyze, and share your bets. Go click that link below in the description. Check it out. It helps you keep track of all your bets. Syncs with sports books. You can shop around with different sports books as well. It's incredible. Go check it out. But this first game takes us out to Pittsburgh. We got the Pirates hosting the Milwaukee Brewers. Pirates money line -130. Brewers on the money line is +110 with a total of 8 runs in this game. It's time. It's time to have a party. We are heading down to Nerfy Town, baby. Give me the Nerfy at -120 on DraftKings. Of course, I'm putting a half unit on it because that seems to be the only way they win more. If I put a unit on it, you know what's going to happen. So we're going to go half unit on it. Jared Jones versus Joe Ross. We talked about it a little bit. These two guys have 7 combined starts this year, and not one of them has had a first inning run that they've given up. So it's been impressive. Jones has been incredible, like we talked about. I mean, pitcher report said it all, almost over a 36% K rate. Expected ERA even lower than his 3.13 ERA, only allowing a little over 6 hits per 9 innings. This matchup will be a little tougher. We talked about it last week with the Brewers when we picked them on the money line, even though they only ended up getting 2 runs in 10 innings. But they're a top 10 offense this year. They have been playing good. Last week they've fallen off just a little, but they're still really good. But none of these hitters have seen Jones yet, as has his first 4 opponents, and that's why he's probably mowing them down right now because he's got some nasty stuff. But no Yelich as he's still hurt. So, this is probably going to be the tougher one. As long as the rookie comes out and pitches like he has been, I like him to just get 3 outs. And then Joe Ross. That's right, the guy with 2 first names. He's been a nice surprise for the Brewers this year. 30-year-old veteran, if you don't know anything about him. But other than not giving up a first inning run yet in his 3 starts, his expected ERA is 3.14. Positive regression is coming. Does that matter for this bet? Probably not. It's only 1 inning. I mean, positive regression can come, but he can still have 1 bad inning a little bit. But anyways, as long as he doesn't come out losing his command and all that, which I don't think he can. He started out with 5 walks in his debut this year. Not MLB debut, but season debut. But the last 2 starts, 1 and 2 walks, which has really helped him out. Pirates are a little above average versus right-handers. So, you know what? I think they're going to be a little tougher matchup. But what I like is that they don't have a lot of power on the top of their order. We're talking Brian Reynolds, 2 home runs. Brian Hayes, 0. Sawinski, 2. Connor Joe, 2. They don't have a ton of power, so they're probably going to have to manufacture runs. Obviously, anybody can hit a home run. I just lost a Nerfy on Alec Baum over the weekend, hitting an opposite field 2-strike bomb, 3-run bomb. It hurt off Garrett Crochet. But anyways, I'm just going to ride these 2 starting pitchers. They've been doing well in the first innings, and they've been pitching pretty well. So give me the Nerfy in the Pirates and Brewers game. Let's see if we can move to 8-3 on Nerfies this season. And now let's move on to bet number 2. All right, the second bet is taking us out to Coors Field. We got the Rockies hosting the San Diego Padres. Padres on the money line -185. Rockies money line +154 with a huge 10.5 run over/under, which actually isn't very big here at Coors Field. But my best bet in this game, give me the Padres -1.5 on the run line, -118 on DraftKings. All right, let's talk about it. The Rockies are 5-17. It just has not been pretty. Of those 17 losses, 12 of those 17 have been by 2 or more runs. They are 3-6 at home this year. Usually they're a team that plays better at home, obviously, but they're just such a bad team. I don't know if it matters much this year. Rockies coming off a doubleheader yesterday against my Seattle Mariners, where they used 6 of their bullpen arms as well, which aren't very good in general, but now they use 6 of them. They now have to face a stud and Mr. Dylan Cease. 1.99 ERA. You already saw all of it. 0.913 WHIP, 27 Ks and 22.1 innings. This guy is good. If you don't know baseball, he's been good for a while. He is a stud. He looks like he's back in form this year. He just held the high-powered Brewers offense to only 1 earned run last start. And I do know Coors Field can be tough, but again, he's facing another pitcher who really struggles in Coors Field, Mr. Austin Gomber. He has a career 5.10 ERA in Coors Field at 204.2 innings. He's given up 34 home runs and 224 hits in those 204.2 innings. Here's the deal. He's not going to miss many bats. He doesn't have a high strikeout rate. He never has. Especially at Coors Field, 142 strikeouts in 204.2 innings. It's going to be a tough matchup. He's going to be facing the Padres versus lefties, 9th in WRC plus. They are the number 1 walk team. They are very patient offense, especially against lefties, at 14.5%. They also have the 6th lowest K rate. They are going to work Austin Gomber. He's going to have to earn it, that's for sure. And they have huge power versus lefties. You guys know that already just by looking at the lineup. You got guys like Tatis and Machado who can absolutely crush lefties. They are 2nd in ISO power. They are 8th in slugging. This is a good offense. And I wouldn't mind a sprinkle on, like I said, Machado or Tatis maybe. Over 1.5 bases, maybe a home run sprinkle. And then you saw earlier, Ha-Seong Kim has 5 extra base hits off of Austin Gomber himself in the 9 at-bats. Honestly, overall, we all know this. It's a bottom 3 offense in the Rockies. They struggle against righties versus a top 10 offense versus lefties in San Diego, and they're just top 10 offense in general. It's a below-average starting pitcher in Austin Gomber, and I think that's being nice, versus a top 15 starting pitcher in Dylan Cease. Padres are the road team. They get 9 guaranteed at-bats to try to cover this 1.5 line. Another bonus on this one. I just think the Padres take care of business. It's just such a much better matchup for them. And you got Colorado coming off a doubleheader. It's just going to be tough. So give me the Padres -1.5 as my second best bet. All right, it's time to get back on track with these hitter parlays. We have been so close so many times, and I'm just sick of it. We've been about even on the year. Give me Marcell Ozuna and Ketel Marte 1+ hit each at -112 on FanDuel. Osuna 1+ hit. If you are new to the channel and have not watched, I will repeat this for you guys because we have bet him 5 times and he has got to hit all 5 times. Now, the guy he's been paired with, I think he only got to hit 3 of those 5. But all Marcell could do is take care of his own business, and he has been. He just ended the longest MLB hitting streak this season. On Saturday, he followed that up with a 3-run bomb in his first at-bat in the first inning on Sunday Night Baseball, if you guys watch that. He's an absolute beast. He has 1+ hit in 17 of his 19 games this year. He is crushing lefties, and he loves hitting at home. You guys probably know that already because I've been talking about it forever. He is hitting 370 versus lefties and 367 at home this season. He hit 278 versus lefties last year and 301 at home last year, compared to only 244 on the road last year. So all the matchups are there. All the signs point to Mr. Marcell Ozuna getting another hit. And then Ketel Marte 1+ hit. He's the leadoff hitter for the D-backs. If you don't know, he is facing Lance Lynn. You saw it earlier, 4 for 13 with 2 extra base hits versus Lance Lynn. Lynn's been a little bit better this year, but he's still giving up 18 hits in 20.2 innings. And 3 of his 4 opponents so far this year for Lance Lynn, the Marlins, the Phillies, and the A's. Yes, I'm throwing the Phillies in there because they've been a bottom 5 offense to start the year. Let's be honest. They might be turning around a little bit now, but those are 3 offenses that are just not good at all. Marte is hitting 344 this season, and he is also scorching hot, 13 for his last 27. That is unbelievable. Please don't let me be the guy to make someone go on end their hot streak. 13 for 27. He did just go hitless last game, and that's counting that. I think he's going to bounce back. He doesn't go hitless in multiple games very often. Give me Osuna, a guy who has just been coming up clutch for us, hitting 338 this year, and Marte hitting 344 this year in good matchups to get back on track, and both get 1+ hit. Those are my 3 best bets, along with that NBA video that's out now, so go check that out. But I will more than likely have at least one more added play in the morning. It'll be in the pinned comments on X and on Discord, so go check it out. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Let's go check out the recap. All right, we got the Nerfy for a half unit between the Brewers and the Pirates. And then I got the Padres on the run line, -1.5. And then we got the hitter parlay, Ketel Marte, Marcelo Ozuna, 1+ hit each at -112. There's not a lot of props out still the night before, so I'm still waiting for some things and pitcher props and all that. But we'll more than likely, like I said, have another added play. So anyways, that's all we got. Let's go get some winners in the MLB. Let's start the week off right. I hope everyone has a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.